Welcome to 144,000teachers.org, the first fruit unto God and to the Lamb. As we look now at the True Education Restoration Movement, day 1 to 12, now we are on day 5, we would like to give you the heads up. This particular study is very controversial, and you have to be prepared. This is not something that most of people can accept, especially at the first glance when you tell them about it. So we're giving you here the heads up in order to prepare you. And this is basically, again, continuing to repair the breach one day at a time, you could say. This is day number 5, and it's the Sabbath and the calendar, part 3. As we enter into the section 5 and the day 5, we are looking again at the agenda. As you know now, you just press on it and you will obtain it, and then we'll be able to follow through as you give this presentation. And as we scroll now down, we will give you an idea of what you have to expect for this study. Please pray much. You are entering holy ground. All of the other studies were holy ground. This one is probably even closer to the most holy place, holy ground. The present truth that we are showing you definitely are found for those who wants to dig deep in the truth of God. And this implies in this particular study here, fear God and give glory to Him, for the hour of His judgment is come, and worship Him that made the heaven and the earth and the sea and the fountains of water. This is again Revelation 14 verse 7, but it's amplified. When we looked at the Sabbath and the feast and the calendar of the sanctuary of Leviticus 23, now we are entering deeper into it, and this is what you have to prepare for. We would almost say, brace yourself. What we will be showing you is the biblical calendar, which the Millerites have used to establish the 22nd of October 1844. Of course, the 22nd of October 1844 remains as an unimpeachable date. We are not touching it. What we are showing is how the 22nd of October 1844 can become the 10th day of the 7th biblical month. So what we have done is some very deep research, and by the grace of God, it has drawn us to some very important texts which were prepared by the Millerites in the 1800s, and which was assembled. This collection was assembled, and it's in the possession of at Andrews University at the Adventist Center Research Center. So we are sharing that with you today in this study, and what we will be showing you is how to recognize the true from the false. So the instruction that you will be receiving are very mathematical, very astronomical, and of course, again, it comes back to the idea of true education, where God, the Creator, has enunciated His beautiful universal laws and illustrating them in the natural laws, of course, by using, in this case, applied sciences. So you need to be acquainted, at least basic acquaintance with astronomy, and then chronology. We will be looking at synchronism and chronology as well. And we will be looking, of course, at history. And this combines together the Bible and the spirit of prophecy. So we have 5 witnesses in order to show you the study that we are presenting today. This is biblical, astronomical, chronological, historical, and spirit of prophecy based. So if you have any question or it's genuine to have question, please take time to study, and then we will be able, hopefully, to help you out along the way. But hopefully you will have already the answer to your questioning. So this is what you are to expect for this study on the 5th day. How did the Millerite ever calculated the 457 BC And how did they arrive at this wonderful study here that we're coming with, the biblical calendar? And this is a restoration which we believe has been, the restoration has been overdue, and this is what we are presenting to you. So of all the studies we have done so far, which are wonderful, this one is definitely, you have to prepare yourself. Much question have been asked, and people sometimes will accept it, but sometimes they will reject it. They prefer to stay with their Sunday or their Saturday Gregorian reckoning, which is fine. We are witnesses. We are people who go out and give this message and give the trumpet a certain sound. And as a witness, this is part of the everlasting gospel. This is the judgment hour. This is true worship, which has never been restored at the time of the Millerite. The Millerite were Sunday keepers, most of them, and when the Great Disappointment came, they basically never found out about the true calendar of the true worship. They established the 22nd of October, 1844, and this is unimpeachable. We are not touching that in that study. The 2300 days, 457 BC to 1844, this all remains. But what we have done is showing you how they came up with that date. And of course, you remember the agenda, which is presented at the beginning of the videos. You can click on the day 5, and then this is what you will see. And again, we are giving you opportunity to look at these videos, and then an opportunity as well to discuss it as a group. And we believe that this is something that has to be done, to give you an opportunity to ask questions. And if you have, again, suggestion or comments, please feel free to address it to us on our contact page, which is in the menu of 144,000teachers.org. We hope that you enjoy this study and that you definitely prepare yourself to present it to as many people as possible, because this is a time of restoration of all the divine institution. And of course, we believe that the biblical calendar, along with synchronism and chronology of the Bible, has to be restored at this time. May the Lord bless you and guide you and be the true repairer of the breach and the restorer of path to dwell in.